My favorite dessert is chocolate cake.
My favorite dessert is lemon meringue pie.
Okay. 3. My favorite dessert is apple pie a la mode.
4. My favorite dessert is pudding.
5. My favorite dessert is ice cream.
My 6. Oh, I forgot how to do it.
That's
6. My favorite dessert is cookies.
7. My favorite dessert is Texas sheet cake.
8. My favorite dessert is peanut butter fudge.
9. My favorite dessert is Swiss butter cake.
10. My favorite dessert is, I don't know.
Okay. So we finished 9, right?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it for us. I'm gonna tell you, you came up with some good desserts there. I saw you shaking your head on that Texas sheet cake. Yeah, that is a good one. All right, so you're gonna pair your students up. You're gonna set the timer for 1 minute, and you're gonna see how many sentences they can fill in. And we want them to use what? What are these called?
Brainies.
Brainies. Okay, so are you two ready? Are you two ready?
Okay.
Okay, you might want to put your book down.
Capacity.
Okay, you ready? Begin.
1. My favorite dessert is tiramisu.
2. My favorite dessert is chocolate covered bananas.
3. My favorite dessert
My
is
favorite dessert
peanut butter cookies.
cake.
4. My favorite dessert is Twix bar.
4. My favorite dessert is
5.
fruit.
My favorite dessert is frozen sticker bar.
That counts.
6.
Five.
My favorite dessert is
My favorite dessert
ice cream bar.
is
7. My favorite dessert is
My favorite dessert is strawberry.
fruit with whipped cream on top. 8.
8. My
My
favorite
favorite
dessert
dessert
is cookie ice cream sundae.
10. My favorite dessert is
Dessert is Amy's.
What's the fudge?
My favorite dessert
Okay, good job. You guys have now you got it?
is
You set a
we
low
finished
bar.
8.
You set a low bar and you got it?
Yeah,
I know.
then, no, I'm just saying that the next time we would be
Oh,
faster.
I see how it
A
is.
minute doesn't seem like much
Doesn't-
time,
doesn't-
but that was a really long.
Was it?
Trying
I
to
thought
like
we were really
remember
fast.
everything
Yeah.
and like what we
And I
were.
couldn't even think of my
You know what the
thing.
hardest
Yes.
thing for you guys was knowing what number you were on.
Yeah.
have
Yes.
a math session. We need to have a math. You guys need to have a number line. There they are up there. Okay, up
We're
there.
only teachers,
We're
okay?
only teachers, and it is Monday afternoon. Okay, so Kim, I would like you to review game 1. What's it named and how do you do it?
The game is single whammy sentence, and you play it by incorporating your brainies and completing the sentence.
Very good. And you team up in groups of
2.
2. So here's my bonus little thing. This works for color writing. This works for anything in your class, even if you're not a whole brain teacher. If somebody doesn't know, like I heard you was like, I don't know what it's called. It's called helpsies. You just go like this, help, and your teammate tells you what it is. Okay. So if you come to a brain freeze, and you go, oh, she just gives you one right away. Okay. So what's it called, class?
Helpsies.
Helpsies. Show me helpsies. Help. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're moving on to game number
2.
We're moving on to game number 2. Game number 2 is called the double whammy sentence. What's it called?
Double
whammy.
whammy.
And again, you will only put one of these sentence frames, and this is again a pattern for success. And you notice we now have green and blue. Kim, do you remember why green?
Because we are just starting.
Yes. And Cindy, why blue?
Because we're sad because it's coming.
That's right. So now we have to say my favorite desserts are blank and blank. Obviously, this is going to take a little bit longer. So if you want to, you could go ahead and set it for 2 minutes, but we're not. We're going to keep it at 1 minute in here. And again, no repeating, okay? So are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, by the way, you can repeat words that you used in a single whammy. Just don't repeat it within
In
the
your
1
game.
minute. Yes, in your game, okay? Yes, I saw that used all the desserts I know.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready, team? Begin.
1. My favorite desserts are pumpkin pie and cherry pie.
and
Um, 2. My favorite desserts
My
are
favorite dessert
pecan
is
pie and
angel food cake with
and
ice cream.
lemon meringue pie.
number 3.
My favorite desserts are
Strawberries.
strawberries
My
and,
favorite dessert is
and ice cream.
yogurt with
My favorite desserts
angel
are
fruit.
banana pudding and chocolate chip ice cream.
4.
5. My favorite desserts are
Less than 3.
banana. I can't do hers. I can't do hers at all. Snickers bar and
Candy
My
bars.
Okay.
favorite dessert
Er-
is
6.
German
My
chocolate
there. We
cake
got 5.
with
okay, we did helpsies.
We did have help.
These kids still want to play over here, you know? Since you still want to play, we're stopping. Yeah, excellent job. So you should have gotten less because we only had 1 minute and you had to
Okay,
say
we
the
did.
end and
We
you had to
did.
think
We
2
definitely
things.
had less.
Yeah, but I saw your minds doing something. Even though you didn't see it, I saw you thinking about those 2 blanks.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you thinking the pattern. So do you see that if in lower elementary we stayed on game 1 for about a week, and in upper elementary if we stayed in it for 2-3 days, and then we play it again, we just keep trying to break our record. Keep a list on the board of their numbers that they got, and seeing if they can beat them. And by the way, you guys, your faces were radiant. You were smiling. You were laughing. You were having what?
Fun.
You were having fun, but you were writing sentences. You never picked up a pencil, but you were writing complete sentences. Isn't that the coolest thing in the world? And let's see here. It's Austin.
You would play the exact same sentence for a week?
Yeah, I would. Maybe not. Maybe every other day change it. Yeah, because you get tired of the same desserts. Although it makes it easier because you've got a list going in your head, right? Right. So Becky, will you review game number 2? What's it named and how do we play it?
It's a double whammy sentence, and we take turns adding 2 of our favorite desserts in.
And we use
Our
Capital
brainies,
letters.
capital letters, and our periods.
and our period. Very good. And we want to try to break our goal. So the first thing I told you was that you want to quit playing while they still want to play. So now and then I told you about helpsies, right? So now I'm going to tell you another one. If somebody makes a mistake in our classroom, we tend to be very critical. And we say, no, I told you it's desserts. Or, come on, you can think of it. What's wrong with you? Faster, come on. That's a negative place. We want our classrooms to be a safe area where people are willing to make mistakes. If you yell at kids for making mistakes, I've done it, okay? If you yell at kids for making mistakes, your little timid girls, they're not gonna say any answers because they're scared to death. So in a safe room, this is what we say when someone makes a mistake. You're still cool. So everybody tell me that I'm still cool. You're still cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like cool. You know, I tell my class all the time. They tell me all the time, Miss Austin, you're so cool. Or they just do it like this when I make a mistake. And I'm like, But sometimes I tell them, I'm so cool, I'm freezing. Because I have made so many mistakes. All right, so are you ready for game number 3? Okay, we're not ready for game number 3 yet. Because game number 3, we have to have a new brainy. So we've had our capital, we've had our period, now we have to know a comma. A comma is just take your finger and go zoop. Okay, everybody say zoop. Zoop, zoop, yeah. Because we want the kids to learn that when we're writing sentences and you have 3 or more nouns, you have to have 2 commas. So now we're gonna have to add a zoop to our 3rd game. Now you're ready for game number 3. Game number 3 is called the triple whammy. Oh, it is not. Miss Austin, did you make a mistake? I did.
You're
Can you
still
guys?
cool.
Oh, thank you so much. Can you oh, you know what? I did make a mistake. Oh my goodness, take that back.
You're the coolest.
I'm the coolest.
You're the
okay.
coolest.
This is called the triple whammy sentence. I got ahead of myself. Did you ever do that? Get ahead of yourself? Thank you, ladies. So this is called the triple whammy sentence. So now you're going to have to say, my favorite desserts are ice cream, zoop, cake, Zoop, and strawberries. Okay, so you understand that? And what's the red for, Shelley?
Tells us when to stop.
Good, because we're almost done. Now, here's the problem with the triple whammy. First of all, the great thing about the triple whammy is it's a thesis sentence for a paragraph or an essay. So I have to have 3 separate topics. If 2 of them are almost the same topic, my paragraph's not going to run. And do you know what you call a car that doesn't run?
Dud.
A dud. I thought that was a, no, never mind. It's called clunker. Okay? So we gotta beware of clunkers. We have to have 3 separate topics. So this is the hardest one. So you're gonna spend a lot longer on this one. So I'm gonna read you some clunkers and I want you to see if you can correct it for me, okay? Are you ready? My friends like movies that are scary, zoop, funny, zoop, and frightening, Becky, can you tell me where the clunker was?
Scary and frightening are the
Scary
same
and
thing.
frightening are the same thing, yeah. So I can't write later on a sentence on being scary and a sentence on being frightened because they're the same thing. What do we call that?
Synonym.
We call it a clunker, yeah. Here's another one, you ready? Grandma likes to bake cakes, zoop, pies, zoop, and desserts, Cindy, do you see a clunker in there?
Yes, they're all desserts.
They are all desserts, so I wouldn't be able to write on cakes, pies, and then just desserts, okay? One more, this is my favorite one. Grandpa has a cat, zoop, a dog, zoop, and a golden retriever, Do you see that? Do you see it, Becky? What do we do?
You have a dog and a golden retriever.
Yeah, but your kids will do this all the time. They will do this. They are clunker experts. So you got to teach them that, and you got to tell them they're not what? They're not cool, and you got to ask for help. So here we go with desserts. So I don't want to hear that you like this cake, and this cake. I want 3 totally different desserts in 1 minute. Cindy and Kim, how many sentences do you think you'll be able to do?
3.
I think that's a good goal. Okay, so if you do more than 3, that would be a success, wouldn't it? All right, girls, how many do you think you could do?
At least 4.
Oh, okay.
She's setting the bar high, okay? So just to review again,
Brain's not
we're
working.
doing a triple, game 3, triple whammy sentence. We don't want any clunkers, and when you're doing it with your students, you're going to have 1 of these frames on the board, and this is their pattern for success. Now, I wished that I could have that pattern on there when the timer's going, but I can't. So, can you guys see it? Green, blue, and red, right? Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Any more? Are you already thinking of one? Okay. Go.
My favorite desserts are pudding, cake, and ice cream.
Soup.
Pie. My favorite desserts are
Perfect.
root beer float,
My
Zoop.
favorite dessert
pies,
is
soup, and strawberries.
cake,
3. My favorite desserts are popsicles,
fruit, zoop, and
fruit, zoop, and milkshakes.
My
4. My favorite desserts are brownies, soup,
Soup, brownies, soup,
ice cream, soup,
and
and
donuts.
cookies.
my favorite dessert
5.
is
My favorite desserts
bananas,
are candy bars, popcorn, and
cookies, zoop, and pie.
chocolate.
Oh, we got 4. We
Oh,
got 4.
We have 5.
Everybody beat their goal. We are successful. And how do you feel right now?
Successful.
Yeah. It's a proven fact that kids like to set a goal and break their goals. So let them set it down. If they say 2, go at it, Go at it. Because they're going to feel so good when they beat that goal. All right. You guys did an excellent job. You're making me very hungry. Game number 3. What's it called and how do we play it, Shelley?
The game's called Triple Whammy Sentence, and we fill in the sentence with 3 separate categories using our brainies. The capital letters comma, zoop, and period.
Yeah, and what do we want to avoid?
A clunker.
We want to avoid those clunkers at all costs.